Montana. A state of stunning natural beauty, endless horizons, and a staggering lack of people. But why does nobody want to live here? Despite being one of the largest states in the U.S., with some of the most awe-inspiring landscapes you'll ever see, Montana has a population density so low that some areas feel more like a ghost town than a state. But what's the deal? Is it the weather, the economy, or just nothing to do? Stay tuned as we uncover the real reasons behind why no one chooses to settle in the Big Sky State. Let's start with geography. Montana is massive. Nearly 380,000 square miles of rugged mountains, wide-open plains, and pristine wilderness. In fact, it's the fourth largest state in the entire U.S., trailing only Alaska, Texas, and California. But here's the kicker. Despite its immense size, Montana is home to just over 1 million people. That means fewer than 7 people per square mile. To grasp how empty that really is, consider this. New Jersey, a state more than 12 times smaller, packs in over 9 million people. So what's going on? Imagine driving for hours along open highways, through sprawling landscapes with hardly a house, town, or even another car in sight. That's what much of Montana feels like. It's breathtaking, but also incredibly quiet. There's a reason the state is nicknamed Big Sky Country. It's not just the expansive view of the heavens above, but also the feeling of infinite space around you. It can be beautiful and peaceful, but also isolating. But it's not just the endless sky that makes it feel so empty. It's the sheer lack of human population. So why aren't more people calling Montana home? Number 2, harsh weather conditions. One of the biggest reasons many people shy away from settling in Montana is the weather. If you've ever experienced a Montana winter, you'll understand why. The state is known for having some of the most extreme and unpredictable weather in the country. Winters are long, harsh, and unforgiving. Heavy snowfall, icy roads, and sub-zero temperatures are the norm, especially in the northern and mountainous regions. Blizzards and whiteouts can appear with little warning, making travel dangerous and daily life challenging. And then there's the wind. Montana is infamous for its strong, relentless gusts, particularly on the eastern plains. These winds not only add to the cold, but can also make conditions feel downright unbearable. In fact, when you factor in the wind chill, it can sometimes feel like 40 degrees below zero. For those not used to or fond of cold climates, Montana's winters can be a serious deterrent. But the weather extremes don't end there. Summers, especially in the eastern parts of the state, can bring intense heat, with temperatures soaring past 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The dramatic temperature swings from season to season, and even within a single day, make Montana's climate one of the most challenging to adapt to. It's almost as if the weather is testing your resilience, asking, "Can you handle this?" Number 3, economic struggles. Now, let's talk about the economy, a key factor for anyone thinking about relocating. While Montana offers breathtaking scenery and a slower pace of life, its economy doesn't always support the dreams of newcomers. The state's economic foundation rests heavily on agriculture, mining, and tourism. These industries, while vital to the state's identity and economy, don't offer the kind of diversity or job security that many modern workers are seeking. If you're a young professional or someone looking for career growth in tech, finance, or healthcare, for instance, you might find Montana lacking. Many people are drawn to Montana for its natural beauty, but soon realize that job opportunities are limited, especially in specialized or high-paying fields. The state's major industries are often centered in small towns where amenities are few and far between. Rural Montana, while peaceful, doesn't offer the fast-paced professional environment or cultural variety you might find in larger cities. To make matters more complicated, the cost of living is steadily rising. Cities like Bozeman and Missoula have seen housing prices skyrocket in recent years, driven by demand from out-of-state buyers and limited supply. Affordable housing is scarce, and wage growth hasn't kept up. So you're often left with a difficult choice: live in a beautiful place with fewer economic opportunities, or seek stability elsewhere. Number 4, limited entertainment and social life. Let's face it, if you're someone who thrives in a bustling city with endless entertainment options, Montana might not be for you. Outside of outdoor activities like hiking, fishing, and skiing, there's not much going on in terms of nightlife or entertainment. Sure, you can find small-town charm, but if you're looking for shopping malls, fancy restaurants, or even just a place to grab a coffee, those options can be few and far between. People who move here for the peace and quiet often end up feeling isolated. The state's rural nature means that social life is less about going to a concert or a trendy new bar and more about community events or local gatherings. But for many, that's just not enough. Number 5. Lack of healthcare. Another significant factor that makes some people think twice about moving to Montana is the limited access to healthcare. The state's vast size and low population density mean that many communities are spread out and isolated. In smaller towns and rural areas, hospitals and clinics are few and far between. Some towns may not even have a full-time doctor. Even where basic healthcare is available, it's often limited in scope, with fewer specialists, outdated equipment, and long wait times. For those who need more than just routine checkups, this can pose serious challenges. If you require specialized care, whether it's for cancer treatment, heart conditions, or complex surgeries, you might have to travel several hours to reach a larger city like Billings or Missoula. That kind of distance isn't just inconvenient. It can be dangerous in emergencies or exhausting for those who need regular treatment. For individuals with chronic health issues, elderly residents, or families with young children, the lack of nearby healthcare can be a major concern. It adds an extra layer of stress to daily life, knowing that help isn't always immediately available. Number 6. Fewer opportunities for students. For families with children, education is often one of the most important factors when deciding where to live. And in Montana, this can be a concern. Because much of the state is made up of small towns and rural communities, many schools operate with limited resources. Lower population density often translates into fewer tax dollars for public schools, which can impact everything from classroom sizes and teacher salaries to the availability of extracurricular activities and advanced placement courses. In many rural areas, schools may lack access to specialized programs such as STEM clubs, arts education, foreign languages, or gifted and talented programs. Sports teams, music classes, and even basic technology may also be scaled down or absent altogether. Transportation can also be an issue, with some students traveling long distances just to attend school each day. That's not to say Montana doesn't have quality education. There are strong public and private schools throughout the state, especially in more populated areas like Bozeman, Missoula, and Billings. Number 7. Urban exodus. With all these challenges stacked together, limited job opportunities, harsh weather, rising housing costs, and a lack of essential services, it's no wonder that many people who move to Montana don't stay for long. While the state continues to attract newcomers drawn by its wide open spaces, majestic landscapes, and peaceful lifestyle, it also quietly witnesses a steady flow of residents packing up and heading elsewhere. This urban exodus is becoming more noticeable, especially among younger adults and families seeking more vibrant economies and accessible amenities. In recent years, Montana has seen more people moving out than moving in. The reality often doesn't match the idyllic dream. People come hoping to enjoy a simpler, more connected life, but are confronted by the high cost of living, limited healthcare, and isolation. For many, the trade-off just isn't worth it. They find themselves struggling with limited career growth, long commutes for basic services, and few educational or social opportunities. Cities in neighboring states or across the country begin to look more appealing, places with better infrastructure, diverse job markets, and more dynamic communities. It's a tough decision to leave behind Montana's beauty, but for many, the everyday difficulties of rural life eventually outweigh the breathtaking views and peaceful solitude. So, is Montana really a place nobody wants to live? Well, it's not that simple. While it may not be ideal for everyone, for those who crave solitude, adventure, and the great outdoors, Montana can be a paradise. For others, though, the state's sparse population, harsh weather, and lack of urban amenities may make it hard to settle down. Montana's beauty is undeniable, but its practical challenges are real. So, before you pack your bags and head west, consider what kind of lifestyle you're looking for. Is it the hustle and bustle of city life, or the quiet peace of a sprawling, open country? Because Montana? It's definitely one of the quietest places on Earth.